Back in the 1950s, L.W. Besinger and family came out to Carpentersville, Illinois, and created the Meadowdale Mall and the Meadowdale Raceway. The raceway that is today known as Raceway Woods off of Route 31. Coming out to this area in the 1950s, he created one of the first malls in the Chicagoland area. Yeah, before Woodfield, before Spring Hill, even before Crystal Point Mall in Crystal Lake. A mall that I didn't even know existed until a few days ago when I saw a video by Lost Department on YouTube. The same YouTube channel that actually gave me the idea to start filming Spring Hill. Today, Meadowdale Mall is basically a strip mall that I am very well aware of off of Route 25, also in Carpentersville. It's actually very close to Spring Hill Mall. But what I was not aware of until I watched Lost Department's video is apparently there is a small inside portion of the former mall that still remains and that you can still access. It's basically like a hall or two inside the strip mall. As soon as I saw that video, I'm like, yeah, we're going to check this out. But the one thing that we are going to cover today that Lost Department did not is the family's long since abandoned raceway. Former home of Meadowdale International Raceway from 1958 to 1969. It only lasted 11 years. But in some form, this trail still remains. And there it is, the silo that I've seen off of Route 31 a ton of times, wondered what it was about. And apparently it is owned by a family that also owns one of the first malls in the Chicagoland area. This is a pretty extensive, over 3-mile trail. Not going to be covering the entire thing. It's a lot of walking. Wow, look at all of this. I guess these are all the sort of off-road trails where we're at right now. Yeah, we are right here, intersection 5. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I think we're gonna focus on the actual main trail, or the actual racetrack, as it were. Which is this guy right here. Man, we got ourselves some elevation here. Little turn off here. Hey, it's almost like a pit area. Man, this place is so weird. Like, it's an official forest preserve through Kane County, but yet I'm getting total abandoned vibes here. All these tiny little pine trees here. That's weird too. Well, this is so cool. Yeah, it just ends. Alright, so I took a look in Google Maps, and basically this is a cutoff between two ends of the track. Definitely very well could have been a pit area here at some point. I just have a suspicion that this was part of the original track. Kind of gives me vibes of, if you think of the original portions of Route 66 that actually follow old Route 66 in Illinois. Oh my goodness, check this out. Oh yeah, this is definitely an older road. There's a road on the other side too. Definitely gonna check that out. Yeah, this is pretty awesome, guys. As far as the mall goes, one of its big selling features, which unfortunately did not last long because I believe there was a fire, was there was like an indoor dining and shopping area surrounded by an ice rink. Yeah, you could eat, shop, and watch the skaters. The rink area was never rebuilt, turned into a more traditional mall area. You know, I'm starting to think is, I know there was on the map like a actual starting line, and I think it was along this section. So this could have very well been somewhere where the cars were staged before they started the race. This is just crazy. Piece of history and fully accessible while still having the abandoned vibes. Alright, I think there is a cutoff here that we are definitely going to take advantage of, because this track, may as well just call it that, curves around here, heads way back up, kind of north, comes around in a loop, and back down here. Maybe there's a map over here. Let's see. But this should take us, if we head left, to kind of where we started. Now, I know I've been focused a lot on the mall, but we should check out a little bit of the raceway history as well. Kind of hard to read here, but you can pause the video, read this if you want. And here you go. The raceway was the brain child of builder Leonard Besinger, developer of the Meadowdale subdivision. And the mall too, which don't think it was mentioned here. Got some pictures here. 1959. Again, it's a little dirty and faded, so hopefully you guys can see this a little bit. 1960. 1961. Yeah, this was a legit raceway right up there with like the one in Joliet or whatever. 1962, 1963, 1964. Ooh, there's a red car. 1965, 1967, and this kind of looks like the trail we've been walking on a little bit there. 1968 and 1969 with the silo in the background. This should be the last actually part of the trail that we're going to be walking on today. The inaugural race was in 1958. A little bit more information here, and thankfully a map. Got some pictures. 1958. I mean, 75 to 150,000 attendance, so this is no small little business here. And one of the last racing days in 1969. Alright, we are doing good. We are not lost. Here we started out at the silo, went around to this little cutoff by Len's Hairpin. There's a little service road, so we came down to this straightaway. Like I said, look how long the long straight is. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to save this area for another time. So, went around the curve here, and then this is what I'm talking about with the loop, Dewan's Corner. But we've cut across here, and then we're going to head back this way. Kind of want to check out this little curvy portion of the track anyway. And then, yeah, we're going to end up again by the little service road. Call it a day, and then we're going to check out this mall. There's also another parking area over there. Alright, this will take us straight back to the parking lot. We still have the very wide road. Now back to the mall. Again, check out Lost Apartments video if you want a good little look into the history of the mall. It's interesting, I have not really seen another channel yet cover that mall. So I'm going to look into that more, but it may have been one of the first. It's definitely the first video to make me aware that this even existed. Now, this mall definitely did have a kind of short life, and eventually the mall got pretty much cut in half. They got rid of the northern portion of the mall, and then the north portion of the mall that remained was capped off and is now the Carpentersville post office, and the rest of that property on the north end is what is today the Carpentersville Walmart. You are here. Got a little bit to go yet. We're getting there. 7 miles of raceway. We're not doing the full thing today, but what is interesting, that little straight portion that we walked on actually had the grandstands. Right there on the left side. Now just a bunch of trees. That's where the grandstands were. And I was actually correct. On the right side, it was the pits. Awesome, that is cool. Yeah, and it was the start line right there. So yeah, we walked through the finish line / start line. That is awesome. Alright, well, we have reached the cutoff again, so that is good. We're getting close. Back over the bridge, and we should be getting pretty close to our car. Yeah, just like that, we are back at the silo. That was the perfect amount of walking. But I want to see them all now. Darn it. Yeah, I thought maybe we could see into the silo a little bit. Nope. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, here's the Walmart and what used to be the northern end of the Meadowdale Mall. But we are going to go right and check out what sort of remains of this place. Alright, and here it is, folks. It's not a lot. Here's the post office. This is now the northern end of the mall. And this is basically what the Meadowdale Mall looks like now. A bunch of outdoor shopping things. And it winds around over here. Carpentersville water tower off in the distance. And Illinois State Route 25. A very ordinary strip mall. Got an Ace Hardware over there. With a very old historic mall hidden within. This is our entrance right up here. Very non-discreet pair of doors. Alright, the moment of truth. Oh my gosh. We're inside, folks. And very weird, you know, just having watched Lost Apartments video, there is a dentist's office here. Hair salon. And here you go, here's your mall. And here are your backroom vibes right here. This is all that remains of the original mall. It's pretty cool though. There is someone cleaning a floor down the hall, but other than that, pretty much just me, you know. People going in and out of the dentist's office, of course. Some like original brick and stuff from the mall, I think. Pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically it, folks. Not a lot to show you, but definitely I would consider this a hidden piece of Chicagoland history for sure. Alright, I guess we'll do one more quick walkthrough and call it a day. You can actually hear music in the background, which definitely sort of helps with the Backroom vibes. And then, yeah, we can continue walking this way. We should be able to exit out of the mall over here. That was pretty awesome. That is the very historic Meadowdale Mall, Carpentersville, Illinois. Supposedly one of the first malls in the Chicagoland area. I would call this video a success, and we didn't Holgenzoneer. Got the cinema over there, bowling alley behind. Just kind of down that direction there. A huge shout out over to Lost Apartments for making me aware that this mall even existed. I would have never had a clue. But look for this sign. And the entrance is right there. And there's a bus right over there, ironically enough, that is actually headed to Spring Hill. Yeah, and it's funny. Spring Hill is sort of going away, and they were the ones that probably put this place out of business. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun this morning. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching.